This year saw a majority of top companies in the world going on a layoff spree. Thousands of employees have been asked to leave. Cost-cutting, subpar performances and financial difficulties are some of the reasons behind the substantial layoffs that occurred amid inflationary pressures and the global economic recession. In this video, we'll look at the major layoffs undertaken by some of the biggest companies in the world. But before that, don't forget to subscribe to Oneindia. Twitter. One of the most surprising turns of events of the decade, billionaire and Tesla founder Elon Musk acquired the social networking platform Twitter for $40 billion, making it one of the most expensive acquisitions in history. Over 3,700 employees were laid off after Musk took over the microblogging platform, accounting for over 50% of the platform's global workforce, including senior executives and the former CEO Parag Agrawal. Meta. The largest tech layoff of 2022 occurred when Meta, the parent organization of Facebook, Instagram and WhatsApp, announced on November 9th that it would be letting go of more than 11,000 employees, which is almost 13% of its workforce. In October, Meta forecast a weak holiday quarter and significantly more costs next year, wiping about $67 billion off Meta's stock market value, adding to the more than $500 billion in value already lost this year. In addition, Mark Zuckerberg has said that he expects the metaverse investments to take about a decade to bear fruit. Amazon. The layoffs were first announced by Amazon in mid-November, affecting about 3% of its corporate employees. The company's device segment, which includes its Alexa products as well as its retail and human resources businesses, were the main targets of its layoffs. It is the largest employment reduction that Amazon has ever experienced. The company is said to have laid off nearly 10,000 employees globally across departments. Byju's. One of the biggest edtech companies in the world, Byju's fired 2,500 employees, which is around 5% of its workforce in October. The co-founder and CEO of the company attributed macroeconomic factors and the company's plans to become more profitable by the end of the current fiscal year as the key reasons behind the layoffs. The company is currently valued at $22 million. Zomato and Swiggy. Food delivery aggregator Zomato laid off around 3% of the workforce in the latest episode of layoffs. Another food delivery startup, Swiggy, also reportedly laid off over 250 employees across operations, technology, customer service and supply chain. This could affect approximately 3 to 5% of its workforce. Swiggy's layoffs came just weeks after its main competitor Zomato laid off 3% of its workforce due to poor performance. Cisco. Joining the big tech layoff season, networking major Cisco has reportedly started laying off 5% of its workforce, or more than 4,000 employees. Reports first surfaced last month that the networking giant Cisco is gearing up to lay off over 4,000 employees in a rebalancing act while right-sizing certain businesses. Microsoft. American tech giant Microsoft became the first tech giant to begin laying off employees. It began its layoffs as a part of a realignment process. Microsoft sacked 1,800 workers in July of this year and 200 more workers a month later. It made its third round of layoffs in 2022 by sacking almost 1,000 workers in October. Netflix. The video streaming platform Netflix laid off around 300 employees in June. Notably, that was the second round of layoffs at Netflix following job cuts a month earlier in May of 2022. During the first round, Netflix laid off approximately 150 employees, mainly in the US, across departments. At the time of the second round of layoffs, the streaming platform hinted that there could be some more layoffs later this year. Lastly, even Google parent company Alphabet is reportedly bracing for massive layoffs early next year, that is in 2023. As per reports, CEO Sundar Pichai has offered no assurance to worried Google employees that it won't happen. It is quite difficult to maintain an optimistic attitude considering the inflationary backdrop almost everywhere. Now that the year is ending, all we can do is hope that 2023 recovers from this global economic downturn. Thank you for watching.
Subscribe to Oneindia channel and never miss an update.